have to know who I am before I try to give myself to any organization, any
Right.
type of commitment, business owner, anything. I have to know who I am, and then I can step in a light which will empower me to be a better person. So it's all about understanding the roots. When you understand the roots of it, then it's nothing that anyone can say or do to make you think otherwise. So, like when you're on the outside looking in, you can call it whatever you want to call it because you just don't know. So,
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you for setting the record straight.
Come on, yeah. I see you, Deanna. Okay, Gia. DST. D9. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's violets and pearls with the Delta girls, wearing crimson and cream, call them chocolate supremes. And if you're shopping for things like popular things, they got all of the things from clothes to jewelry. It's a dream to talk about things the D9 way. It feels good to be Greek and change lives, man. It feels good to uplift, to give back and speak facts. Violets and pearls is where it's at. Come on, yeah. VMP, everybody say.
All right. So, hey, everyone, and welcome to the Violets and Pearls podcast. Today, we have a special guest, and this interview is actually really special to me because this is my cousin. So, I would like to welcome Tanae Williams. Tanae is the owner, CEO, and executive director of Family Ties, located in Florence, South Carolina. And we are having her here just to have some girl talk, to talk about entrepreneurship and her involvement within the sorority. So, welcome, Tanae.
thank you. Hey, y'all.
So, thank you so much for joining us. So, let's just jump into it. Tell us a little bit about Family Ties, what your business offers, and the services provided to the community.
So, Family Ties, Ties actually stands for Take It In Every Second. It is a for profit organization that God actually gave to me. I am very excited about Family Ties. We do service South Carolina. We are approved to provide our services throughout the entire state. We have a couple of programs that we are contract to do with Medicaid. One of the programs is called Community Long Term Care, and we provide case management services and transition coordination services. Underneath the case management services, we're basically helping our participants who are 18 or older that qualify to be in a nursing home, but they want to stay home. Their families want them home in the community. So, as their case manager, we would within the scope of work be able to provide them with different services that can help them. So that's your personal care. We also can authorize bathroom safety equipment, the raised toilet seat, shower chairs, transfer bench, handheld showers, incontinence supplies. That's your diapers, wipes, pull ups, chucks, nutritional supplements, and then the personal care assistant, or if they have a loved one, that's very popular now. Loved ones are taking care of their family members, so they can go through the attendant care program, which, well, it doesn't take care of everything, but it's more of a supplementary program to help the families keep their loved one at home. And then with the transitional coordination, this is when your loved one has been in the rehabilitation home or the nursing home, and then they're transitioning back into the community. We can assist them with the similar needs of setting up services prior to them getting home. And then once they get home, we can assist them, and those can also turn into case management services. We also do the Baby Net program, very popular. And that's really assisting families that have babies, so infants and toddlers with early developmental delays. And that can be speech, cognitive, fine motor, self help. We want to help them to develop age appropriately. So this is from birth, and it can go up to 5, but we help the birth to 3 year olds. So we're very excited about the Baby Net program and really just getting the word out about these free services for families in our communities.
That is awesome. So today, welcome again. We're so happy to have you here. And guys, we want to let you know this is different from our normal podcast. We are doing a video version today. So we're so glad to have Tanae here with us, and she is in another city, and so we are miles away, about 2-3 hours away from each other. So we're so happy to have her here. Don't forget to like and subscribe as you watch this. And so Tanae, we want to ask you. So you are a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the best sorority in the world.
In the world.
And we want to know, like, what made you want to become a member of DST? Also, when did you come into the sisterhood? So, what made you want to, join, and when did you do it?
So I first learned about the sorority when I was in middle school. My step teacher was actually a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Back then, of course, we didn't know the extent to the sisterhood, but I like what I saw. Like she was on us. We were doing community service. We were doing a lot of things and getting involved at an early age. And she basically just took us under her wings, excuse me, throughout our whole middle school career. And then one of my teachers at the same school, Miss Doctor, excuse me, Yolanda Crediton, and she is also a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I mean, this woman was phenomenal. She became a mentor to me at such an early age. She's like the only person that I can think of growing up that my mom allowed me to go to her home. So she really, really instilled a lot of the values in me. And then, of course, meeting you two. Come on.
Yeah.
Watching you two at Francis Marion, I was like, man, like this is it. This is what I gotta do it. And just watching you two, it really brought to light everything that both of those, I'll say, advisors, those mentors from middle school, really what they kind of showed me at an early age, and then I was able to see it in college. So it really made a big difference. I am proud to say that my initiation into the sorority was in April of 2021. So I am so excited to be a part of the Florence alumni chapter.
So welcome to the sorority, the greatest sisterhood. And this is a nice segue because there is some history, right? So like I said earlier, Tanae and I are cousins, but the three of us all attended undergrad together at the Francis Marion University. And so that brings us to the next question, just to, see your perspective in terms of you being an undergrad. What made you decide to pursue the sisterhood in undergrad, alumni chapter versus undergrad?
So my life story is just different. I knew what I wanted to do. I just couldn't do it in the order in which I wanted to. So of course, when you're going into a university and you see the sisters, you want to be a part of it. But my life just aligned just differently. My goals at the time really did not have me to be a part of the sisterhood during my college years. I would have loved to have done it during my undergrad, but just different things happened in college. One major event that kind of took me away from Florence was being a college student and trying to work in the mental health sit-in. The actual gas station that was like right there next to the college, I ended up getting robbed while trying to work and make extra money. So mentally, I just could not sustain being in Florence after going through that ordeal. It really did something to me. So I didn't get to finish college the traditional way, but God saw fit, and it was always going to be something that I was going to keep trying to do. And I also think my maturity level, the things that I can offer the sisterhood now, I would not have been able to offer it when I was in undergrad. Like, I have matured a lot, and I have gained so much knowledge to now my involvement in everything that I do. I can say, like, this is my time.
Yeah, that is fantastic. So you talked about undergrad and that not being the time for you. But what are some things that you saw, like some of the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta doing at Francis Marion during that time when you were there?
I think that my seat just probably was a little different from the average like freshman coming into Francis Marion, because Gia is my cousin, and she didn't expect nothing but the best from me. That was academically, that was the way I carried myself around campus. Like, she let me know, like, there's a certain type of woman that you need to be, and
Right.
if you're trying to be like me, and she made sure that I knew that. She corrected me when I was not acting as such, and I just had like I said, just different from the rest. But just looking at the sisters on the yacht, like I was at every event. I was just there. I was ready. But it was not about the stepping. And it's just, to me, I mean, the truthful is having a roommate that was a Delta, and just really being able to see things that other people would not see. The sisterhood bond that you all had with your line sister, it was something that I just know that I wanted to be a part of. Like, I watch y'all pray in the living room. Like, this is not for games. You all represented well when you were in public. You did well when you stepped, but you were phenomenal behind closed doors as well. And it was just the same love and sisterhood that happened all the way around, no matter where you all were at. Like, you all really, really, really instilled a love that I don't think that I would ever be able to find in any other sisterhood.
So you said something that just struck my nerve just now. You said, and I don't even remember this, but we was pray out of time. You said you saw us praying in the living room. And so Gia and I have been having people say different things about, well, we're hearing them saying, making comments on some of the previous podcasts that we've done, that Delta Sigma Theta is a we worship the devil, that, that we don't put God first, that we do things out of order, and so I'm just so glad you put in there that you saw us pray. We praying to Jesus Christ, we praying to God. I didn't, and I really wanted to reiterate that, that, God is the center of Delta Sigma Theta, because, he's a part of the principle. So, when you said that, that just struck a nerve, and I had to make sure I highlighted.
Yes, you all did.
We pray.
You all were praying for each other. You all were being a confident, like, everything that individuals may think, like, you just don't know. It is definitely Christian principles. It's definitely fixing each other's crown, and letting each other know that we're going to get through whatever situations together. I saw that as a teenager, from being even in middle school to joining Francis Mary and seeing you all in the living room holding hands and praying. Yes, you did. Yes.
No, thank you for that. Because, like Deanna said, in past podcast topics, trying to explain that we are not a cult. Our sorority is not a cult, because you have people just, who aren't part of the organization, and they're only seeing what they think they know, looking on the outside, and having all of these types of assumptions of what's going on in the organization. So we appreciate that. We really appreciate that.
The outside in, not even as close as Tanae was. They're looking
exactly
on the internet,
right?
Or like, because if you are around Delta women, there is no question. I'm talking about real deal. I don't know about anybody else, but if you find yourself worshiping anything outside of Christ, yeah, of course. But if you are around Delta women, you can't miss it. You just cannot miss it.
You can't.
I am really, like, I have heard rumors of it, and I actually had someone to actually address me and say those things, that she was actually a Delta. And I said, you got to know who you are, right? So I'm not going to become a part of anything or join anything that's not going to be of who I am. I have to be a person. I have to know who I am before I try to give myself to any organization, any type of commitment, business owner, anything. I have to know who I am, and then I can step in a light which will empower me to be a better person. So it's all about understanding the roots. When you understand the roots of it, then it's nothing that anyone can say or do to make you think otherwise. So, like, when you're on the outside looking in, you can call it whatever you want to call it, because you just don't know. So
exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for setting the record straight.
Definitely.
So you talked about your membership with the Florence Alumni Chapter, so which shows that you are actively engaged in the organization. So can you tell us about what you currently have going on, any type of new initiative that you want to share?
Oh, of course. I will say thank you so much to the Florence Alumni Chapter for allowing me to be me. I am just, I love it. I love being involved. I love helping the community. And I will say, like, one of the initiatives that I'm excited to be a part of is the International Awareness and Involvement Committee. I am so excited to really raise awareness in other places, not just home. So if we feel like we have it together, or even when we feel like we don't have it together, there's someone out there that need it more than us. So really raising awareness of any situation that we can internationally, and being more of a pillar to those other communities, and that just speaks so dearly to my heart. It speaks to who I am, what our family instilled in us, and just really giving back. So the international awareness and involvement is definitely an initiative that I'm going to step in and make sure that I do my best. I'm also a member of the membership committee, and I love membership because it's year round, and I love having that smile on my face. I also love being a part of the policy and procedures. I want to learn, I want to know, and I want to do things right and in order. So whoever said we don't do things orderly, I don't know what they were watching, because I love knowing what I'm doing and doing things right. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing that is speaking to what I chose to be a part of. And so I really do like learning new policy and procedures, learning the protocol for whatever you want to do. Like, you just can't step outside and think that it's okay to do things your way when you're representing an organization such as our sisterhood. Like, the respect level of knowing that all these things exist. Now that I'm in the sisterhood, it's like, wow, like, this is huge. So I really, really do like learning new things, and in a way to make a difference. And of course, the youth initiatives. I had the opportunity of being the actual speaker for our Jabberwock program. I love facilitating the workshops. I love giving those different nuggets to empower our youth. I was able to be a speaker at the actual youth initiatives at the schools. So being a part of the schools and the gyms program, and going into the middle school and speaking to the young ladies, I also enjoy doing that as well. So whatever I can do to be involved, I want to be involved, and I want to know that I'm making an impactful change and difference in the lives of our community members.
Absolutely. That is
That is
fantastic.
awesome.
That
And I
really
want to
is.
just point out, that's great. I want to point out because what you said just now, you just gave us like a laundry list of all the initiatives and the things that you are doing within the organization to assist the community. And we've touched on this so many times, Deanna and I have, in terms of don't come in to our sorority expecting just to wear letters. You are expected to do work.
That's
Okay.
right.
This is
Yep.
not just a letter wearing organization where you go out and socialize. We come to work. And Tanae is no exception, and you have seen it here. She has a laundry list of contributions and committees that she is indebted to.
That's right. On top of that, she's doing
I personally wouldn't have it any other way. As long as God put breath in my body to serve, I'm serving with a cause now. I'm serving with a purpose. I'm doing it more strategically. There's nothing wrong with giving, but I feel like I'm learning to better myself and my approaches in my personal life, in my professional life, and most definitely as a sister, a sorority member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I have learned a lot in the past 2 years.
That is
That's awesome.
fantastic. That is so great. So, on top of being a great member of the illustrious sorority of Delta Sigma Theta, we talked a little bit about how you have the company Family Ties. So, how can we support? What can we do as a community for us, our subscribers? Like, what are some things that we can do to help support your business, if anything, to continue to show love?
I think for me, one thing about Family Ties, we have never marketed our business, never marketed, and God just really have provided us with the overflow. We are overflowing. Our cup is running over.
Okay.
I just feel like if there's anything that I can do within the community to assist, that we will be there. Our website is familytiesofsc.org. Excitingly, we do have Family Ties of NC as well. So we want to actually mirror the services that we're doing in South Carolina and North Carolina, and we have already started that process and have been approved for several of the similar programs in North Carolina. So we're at a capacity. God has given me a vision, and now it's just time to once again do things strategically and plan out. So right now, what the community can do for us is pray for us and pray that we do things in order, we do things right, and that we're making a difference in the lives of every family member that we touch. The referrals that we were unable to accept, just know that God is working with us. The ones that we have, just be patient with us. We're going to make sure that we do everything that we can to be the best version of Family Ties. I like to have the quality over the quantity. So I'm gonna make sure that if there's something that I can do or change, I'm open to all of that. So we just need y'all to pray for us. That's all.
Girl, you got it. We
Right.
pray.
That's amazing. Congratulations on your success with your business and also with your expansion. So,
Absolutely.
great job.
Absolutely.
Proud of you.
Thank you all for having me. I'm excited.
Yes.
Anytime I see a new drop, I'm trying to get I'm just an ambassador for y'all. Y'all just don't know it. And I just appreciate you all taking the time just to have these conversations with me and other individuals like myself, because someone has to do it. There's so much work to be done. And I think that this is a great opportunity for everyone, even if they go back to listen to previous podcasts that you all have done, and then just understanding where you all are going with this. So I do continue success in your business and success in your podcast, and anything that both of you touch, that God do multiply that for you all, and continue being the light that you are. I love you both. Like I just wish I could just touch you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tanae. Love you too.
Thank you for being here today. Y'all, be sure to support Family Ties, pray for Family Ties, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.